you're pretty. Now we gotta do makeup. Gotta do makeup for him. Movie star here. All right, where are we, Kurt? Where are we at? He's out standing in his field again. Now we're in the combine. This is a big combine. We're in grain field, and we're working on one of your what would you call it? Your landlords?
Yep.
Yeah. One of his landlords owns this land. He's a retired man, and Kirk rents his land from him now. And can you explain that? Or is that something you want to get into? The different kinds of how you can rent, whether rent or sharecrop, or what they call that, sharecropping?
This land here, we don't call it sharecropping, but that's what it is.
Okay.
The landowner gets 1/3 of the crop, and the farmer gets 2/3.
Instead of paying a rent.
Instead of paying like a cash rent.
Okay.
I would rather pay cash rent.
Okay.
Because with cash rent, you make a payment, and then it's done. You know exactly what your inputs are, your expenses are.
And that's most of your rental is like that.
It's cash rent.
Why does this man like to do it this way?
Normally,
still the throw of the hunt kind of thing. He still got his foot in the game.
A lot of the farmers that are retired like to do it on shares because they still feel involved with the farm, and they still are.
Right.
Like this guy, he will have wheat or bushels of wheat, bushels of Milo, whatever,
To sell.
in the elevator to sell. So he still watches the market, plays the markets, and all of that stuff. Where a lot of cash rent, they just take their money once a year,
Take their money and run.
and do with it what they want. You know, so they don't care if it don't rain in Kansas or if it's not snowing.
About the only thing they care about is that you don't ruin their land by not putting any fertilizer and sucking all the nutrients out for the next renter.
Right. Or just ruin the land. Yeah.
Right. And you can ruin the land, and that's all. That's what the Dirty 30s was about. They didn't like down in Oklahoma and places, they didn't till their land the proper way, and the wind blew the topsoil away. Is that kind of what you're talking about there?
Yeah, and that was a technology for the time. So that's not putting down them farmers. That was the technology they had at the time.
Right.
You know, today's technology is 180 degrees difference.
Okay.
You know, but yeah, but this particular guy, in fact, he's the only one. No, I got one other one that still does shares. And this guy likes to do shares. He likes to have grain in the elevator, the market. You know,
So he, in a way, he's still farming. He's not out here doing the physical work anymore, simply because he's in his 90s, isn't he?
Right around, yeah. I believe he is. Right around 90.
Right.
So
anyway, what's the next subject? Anything you want to talk about? No, we're not talking about pretty girls.
I get that right. Crown and coat.
Crown and coat. Okay. delete. Edit.
I guess one of the things that's interesting, this is the actual field on one of your earlier videos that we was out in. There's 2 different varieties of wheat here.
Oh, yeah.
And when we was looking at it...
That's about 4 videos ago. Remember we went around to different fields, and it was the video that we went to 3 different fields, and then after that we went to Fred's farm. Actually, this is Fred's land. Fred's farm is right over there, about a half mile. So, 3/4 mile, something like that. So, but when we were driving around the field where you had the 2 different kinds of red wheat and white wheat, we were talking about K-State versus KU and all the college varieties and stuff. Anyway, that's the video he's talking about. So what did you learn from this?
So when we was looking, this field was hailed pretty hard. And one variety it looked like 5 bushel on the ground, and the other variety, I would say back then, about 20 bushel probably laid on the ground.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, in reality now, going off the combine monitor, is just the opposite of what we thought that day. The variety that has the most laid on the ground is still doing better. And that just shows how when you're even out scouting your fields, how you can be wrong. You can look at the whole field, but until you're actually out cutting, you know, you got wrong on stuff. And the field's still making around 40-ish.
40s. Average?
Average.
Okay. A really good field. This field, everything was just like 2 years ago. What was this making?
I don't know, but this year it probably would be making 60.
60.
There's areas in the field where the wheat was laying over, where the hail didn't affect as much, and it's up to 60.
Okay.
So.
People are wanting to. I've seen some comments on other videos about machinery and stuff, and they were wanting to look over the combine. This combine, I had a video, and I'll mark it right here. It was last summer, and it was a decent little video I did of this combine, the internal workings. You can go back and watch that one. But I really didn't talk about the inside. The only time I was really in the cab was with his brother Terry. Can you maybe explain a little bit of what's over on your console after you make your turn here? What that console does and everything, and I'll change the camera around.
Sure.
Okay, we're going to change the camera around, so I'm going to have to hold the camera over there.
Can you see that okay?
I don't know.
So
Getting up and close and personal with you here, though.
Woohoo!
Okay, that's your screen. That's just your information screen. Everybody got a good look at that? And I can superimpose that. Okay. All right, so kind of explain what you got here.
Well,
now you got to remember that screen's black from this angle right here.
Okay, but basically on the top, like right now, we're pulling the combine at 100% or 95%, just because we're in a little bit of grass right here. But it kind of tells me, I don't know if you can see it good on the bottom. It tells me if we're throwing it over out of the rotor, or if it's out of the sieves or the separator, what separates the grain in the back.
Okay.
I can tell. Most times I keep the engine load right around 80. That's where this combine is set to perform the best. So I use that screen to basically see the performance of the combine.
Okay.
And then I can make various adjustments from in here. It's a touch screen.
Right.
So there's like different windows. There's 6 windows, if you would.
Okay.
Tells me a bunch of different information. Usually I run it on the first window.
Oh, go back to that. Oh, I know what you're missing here. Go back to that one where it showed the GPS of the field.
Yeah. That right there. That's what the field looks like, what this combine has done so far.
I'm sorry, people.
So,
this is my cell phone camera, and I'm not doing a very good job with it. So,
yeah.
All right, what's this throttle stick in your hand? What does all that do?
Well, our drain tank's 3/4 full. Just see that screen pop up?
Okay.
Basically here I'm lifting the header up and down.
That's with your thumb, yeah.
With my thumb, or I can tilt it sideways with my thumb also.
That's tilting.
Like right now I'm tilting it. I'm going over a little terrace.
Okay. And he's tilting back this way now to get that lower that right side.
Yeah, and I'm tilting it the other way to go over terrace.
Uh-huh.
And basically raising it up and down.
Kind of a terrain following feature, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Then up and down.
Then this one here is your reels out front. I could raise them up or lower them or slide them in and out.
And why would you do that?
Say if we come up to a bunch of down wheat or something that's laying down.
Okay, wind had pushed it down or something? Yeah.
Yeah, or fell down, and I can slide them further out and help pick up the down stuff.
So basically out there, let me see if I can get my hands. There's rakes are down there. If you get them out there far enough, you can actually go down and pick the weed up, and then the sickle can cut it off. And where you're picking it up and putting it up into the head.
Yep.
And so that's what that does. All right. What's that other button? That one right there?
Right here unloads here in a little bit. We get to the other end of the field, we'll unload on the grain cart.
Okay.
And this here puts my auger out that unloads, and this one turns it off and on.
Okay. Oh, you missed 2 or 3 of them over there.
There went the profit. So everything's kind of at your fingertips.
Yeah.
It has GPS. It's on the back side here.
Okay.
If we was going straight back and forth,
right,
I could push this button and the combine would drive itself.
You don't do that very often, though, do you?
No, I'm old-fashioned. I like to turn the steering wheel.
Okay.
So
on the combine. Now, on the tractor, when you're planting and everything, you use GPS.
Use all GPS.
Right.
On that. Yeah.
Here's a good example. See how this wheat's all kind of laying down?
Yeah. See how it just choked the combine?
Yeah,
So
there's a lot of grass in there.
Like right now, I can extend. Right now, I'm extending the Orioles way out. You see how it's really got down in there and picks it up? Here, I'll bring it all the way back in. See, it don't even pick them up at all. It just pushes.
Where you're looking at, people, is right now, about right there. He's sliding that in and out. See the numbers?
See how it's picking it up now and really forcing it into the header?
Yeah.
So that's what that button there, I slide it back and forth depending on.
Okay.
If it's leaning over, if it's going the other way, I wouldn't have to so much.
Yep.
Right now, it's all leaning away from us.
Right.
So
all that wheat, instead of standing up nice and straight like this, it's leaning over. Of course, the head's bent over, but the stalk, the shaft or the stalk, is leaning way over, and he's got to pick it up and pull it up into the header. Otherwise, he cuts and it'd fall out onto the ground.
Yeah. So, see, like right here, that's making 62. Well, or it's 59. It was 62.
That was thick wheat.
So there's a good example where it was thick, and the hail didn't affect it as much as in other areas of the field.
Right.
So that's how I can kind of tell about how much loss I had. From the field's averaging 38, and that was in the 60s where the hail, where it was leaning over, and the hail probably didn't hit the heads. So that
means there's other pieces of the field that's really terrible.
Yeah,
and it's averaging out at 38.
Right.
Yeah.
Or where the wheat wasn't as thick. And
he's going to tilt the head again, going over a terrace.
So I just tilt it down and now I'm kind of tilting it back. So that's one way from sitting in the combine I can tell just how much damage a hail did do to the wheat.
Yeah. By
like in a spot like there where it was leaning over, the hail probably didn't hurt it as bad as when the wheat was standing straight up and down. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So anyway, it's all good.
Yeah.
Just living the dream.
Is this supposed to rain tonight? You suppose it'll be a heavy rain, or what do you think? What would
About 5 hours from now, we have a 70% chance of rain. So
all right,
we're going to try to get this field knocked out and our equipment back home, and we're down to about 400 acres of cutting after this field. So we got about 3 days of cutting that's all left.
If it doesn't rain that much, we'll knock it out this weekend.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain Monday night again. So
just so you know, it's Friday the 13th is today.
Yeah. So if now see, I'm gonna push this button right here. You can look in the mirror probably.
Oh, we're gonna unload.
See the auger coming out now in the mirrors out there.
All right. I see the tractor. He's coming over. And which way is the wind blowing? The wrong damn direction.
Almost no wind.
I was going to stand out there, but it's going to be way too dusty.
You'll be in the dirt.
All right, well, John's going to come right up here, so we're going to unload, and that'll be about the end of this video, I think.
This is what it looks like from in the cab of the combine. So,
and it's just starting to auger out. There we go, full throttle. And he's got who's keeping position here? Are you following him, or is he following you?
He follows me.
He's following you.
If I speed up, he speeds up. I slow down.
All right.
Actually, new technology, they now are experimenting, and they'll be out in a couple of years, if it isn't already, where the tractors, with the newer tractor with GPS, like our new tractor, the combine will operate the tractor. Once the tractor pulls next to the combine, the computers link up with each other, and the combine tells the tractor how fast to drive, move closer, move further away. It's all done from right here inside the combine. So for all you technology gurus, that's just some of the technology with farming nowadays. So, but we're still old-fashioned. We still have a man sitting in the tractor that speeds up and slows down and moves in and out. And
we got a little curve here. Now watch, the head swung around there, and he had to speed up a little bit. And trust me, that is not as easy as John's making it look. He's actually doing quite a job. Here's see if we can zoom in on him. There's Mr. John.
You learned from experience on that, haven't you?
I've done it.
It's not as easy as it looks.
I got in the tractor one day. John was busy doing something. I got in the tractor. Kirk says, "Well, hell, go get in the tractor and unload me." All right. I got up there and I was forward and back and forward and back. And we got up to the corner and I didn't know what to do. I kept going. Kirk turned. We lost about 10 bushel onto the ground. So.
Now we just blame Stan.
That's all my fault. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
All right, we're empty now.
All right, so he's empty there. The grain cart, he will peel off almost like a fighter jet. He'll peel off here, and then go sit out in the field there for a little bit until we get another bin full. Actually, what he'll do is he'll probably run over to the other combine. You can see the other combine way on the other side of the field. So he's going to run over there and get that other combine unloaded, and then come back and get another load from us. And there is a perfect example of the combine doesn't stop. We're still cutting. The whole time we were unloading, this combine was still cutting this field. And why is that important? Because it's going to rain tonight. We don't have time to dilly-dally around. We need to get this in the bin before it rains. So now you know why we do the grain carts.
It's a very, as one of the other videos I said, efficiency.
Yeah.
Efficiency on everything. The most efficient you can be, the better off you are.
Yeah.
So.
All right, folks. I think it's probably going to be the last harvest video I'm going to do. Supposedly next Monday I'm going to be back on the road, so be looking forward to probably a week or so of driving and then heading to Alaska. So, adios, farewell. Say ciao.
Ciao.
Say ciao.
Make America great again.
There you go.
Boy, that'll get you some response.
There's going to be some comments on that one, I'm sure.
There you go. There you go.